Hi, my name is Cassandra Bendickson, and I'm a bassoon player living and working here in Tucson and Southern Arizona. The project I'm proposing is one of new music written by Tucson composers for the Tucson-based LuftBassoons Quartet. I've been here since 1993, and in that time I've managed personnel for the Tucson Chamber Orchestra. I've received advanced degrees in music, successfully crafted every detail of concerts from venue and aesthetics to music choice and personnel. I founded and managed the Church of Beethoven Tucson concert series, and I've been on KXCI and AZPM. And I've played in all sorts of groups and arrangements, including Tucson's own chamber lab. I've played in churches, schools, bars, orchestras, gardens, senior living centers, DeMeester Amphitheater, the Desert Museum, Tucson Botanical Gardens, the Fox Theater, pretty much you name a Tucson venue and there's a good chance I've played in it. Okay, but what is a bassoon? This is a question we forget to answer. It's the instrument which anyone who has ever been to an orchestra concert loves, but doesn't know about it because it's weird and invisible, way in the back. It's the unicorn, the stick that pops out from the depths of the winds, but also the one that ultimately is the best blended instrument in the lot. The cello of the winds, with a huge range and a singing, beautiful tone that smooths everything over and makes it all work. So the LuftBassoons is a quartet of bassoons, or four, and we've been playing together for about 4 years. In that collaboration, we have gone all over Southern Arizona, as well as Hermosillo, Mexico, Alamos, Sonora, Mexico, and Southern Texas. We've played children's concerts, fundraisers, HOA parties, retirement concerts, music and dance collaborations, new music festivals. We've played at the Mexican consulate, we played at town halls, and even played in bars. What we would really like to do is play more music from our town and take that music all over Arizona, the Southwest, and anywhere else that we can go. So, as for me, I've been playing a bassoon quartet since I was about 15 years old. One of the bassoon teachers in Phoenix, where I grew up, would open his house every summer to any bassoonist that cared to join, and we would play bassoon for hours. Other kids went swimming and to the mall. I went to bassoon quartet reading sessions. Even before that, I can attribute much of my own career and life choices to a bassoon quartet that came to my school in 4th grade. We had a huge assembly in the gym, everybody was there, and they played the most amazing things I had ever heard, all on just 4 bassoons. 4 bassoons just like this one. My favorite cassette tape when I was a kid was even a recording of a bassoon quartet, the bubonic bassoon quartet. Yes, that's right, bubonic, named for the plague. Playing things like She Loves You by the Beatles and Take 5 by Paul Desmond and J.S. Bach, anything and everything. It was glorious. And this is what we do now, the LuftBassoons. We play anything that strikes our fancy, from pop tunes by bands like Aha and Lady Gaga, to classical giants like Johann Sebastian Bach and Giuseppe Verdi and Gilbert and Sullivan. We play kids' concerts and library shows with arrangements of Prokofiev's Peter and the Wolf, and fundraisers and whole concerts of pieces by people from all time periods and cities around the world. But what we can't play is bassoon quartet pieces from Tucson by Tucson composers, because there just aren't any. Yet. This project is to fund the creation of new music for bassoon quartet by Tucson composers. We want to have music that represents our group and our home. We want to take this music and not only play it all over Tucson, but all over Arizona. And when we've done a bunch of that, we want to take it everywhere else. We want to record this music and take it to an international bassoon convention in the summer of 2020 so we can show the rest of the bassoon world what a vibrant and exciting climate we have here for musicians and artists. In short, we want to be the bassoon ambassadors that Tucson deserves. We have asked 5 different Tucson composers to write for the LuftBassoons, and all have been enthusiastic. This project will not only help fund commissions for those composers, but will help fund studio space and engineers at WaveLab Studio, performance space at a local Tucson venue, and rehearsal time for the musicians themselves. These funds will also allow us to hire a photographer and marketing consultant to help get the word out and bring the audience in. We'll promote this concert via social media, radio, and a series of similar concerts in Tucson and the surrounding areas. A series of smaller concerts in Tucson and the surrounding areas over the course of the next year, and the premiere concert itself will hopefully take place at Sea of Glass Center for the Arts, or somewhere removed from the classical norm of churches and tall stages. less of that fourth wall that gets such a bad rap these days, where we can find audiences that just don't yet know how much they're going to love the bassoon. We want to take over Tucson and the world with the music of Tucson and bassoons, and we need your help. Thanks.